This is one of my favourite exercises for lower back pain. I use it a lot with clients who get back pain that comes on after they've been standing for a period of time. So to show you this exercise with Chris, I'm going to put my hand under his back. But if Chris is doing it on his own at home, he can either put his own hand under his back, just his fingertips there, so he can feel the pressure from his back, or if that's sore on his shoulders, he can use a rolled up towel and just place that under his back instead. Okay, but for now I'm just going to get Chris to lift up. Let me put my hand underneath, and that's it, and relax. So the first part of this exercise is to get Chris comfortable tilting his hips forwards and back. Okay, so I'm going to ask him to tilt his hips forwards and to lift his weight off my hand. Okay, so you can see how he's arching his back there. And then he's going to roll his hips back and flatten his back, so he's putting pressure down onto my hand. And it's these muscles here that we're using. Okay, now I'm going to get him to do that movement a few times. So he's going to tilt forwards and then roll back. And we can do this 10 times each way. That's it. Just to get really comfortable with that forwards and back movement. And to get familiar with using these muscles to control the position of the pelvis there. Okay, and then when he's comfortable doing that, I'm going to get him to relax. That's it. Just leave the pressure on my hand slightly, and then we can go on to the next part of the exercise. So this exercise, we call it the dead bug. There are a lot of variations of this out there. This is how I teach it. Okay, so I'm going to get Chris to put a little bit of pressure on my hand, not too much. He's just going to hold that there, and his goal is to keep that pressure constant. Okay, so he's not going to let that change. Now I want him to slowly straighten one of his legs. Now what you might find is that your back feels like it wants to come up at this point, but Chris is going to really work hard using these muscles here to keep that pressure on my hand. That's it. He's going to straighten the leg and then bring it back up, and then he's going to repeat that with the opposite leg. There we go. That's the one. Excellent. Now, some people find that reasonably straightforward. Okay, so if Chris is finding that quite easy, I'm going to get him to make it harder by straightening both legs at the same time. And with this one, he'll have to work even harder to keep that pressure on my hand. What it'll feel like is that the hips want to roll forwards and take that weight off my hand as he gets towards the end of the movement there. So he's going to slowly straighten his legs. And then back up. And I'm going to get him to do somewhere between 8 and 12 reps on this. Okay. And what you'll find is that at first it can be quite challenging to keep that pressure down, and it's a little bit like trying to pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time, but with a bit of practice it becomes much easier.